Man, I'm gonna just go right into it because I think you caught us all a little by surprise just now talking about retirement. You said your mom wanted you to retire and it could have happened after your fight with Cyborg. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I went home to see my family and stayed there for a little bit with my family, and my mom like I think you should retire. I think you did everything for this sport already. You got everything you want. You double champion. I feel like you should think a little bit. Maybe if you want to fight one more time and take a little break. Maybe if you want later, when you have this long break, come back and then fight one more time, you can. But I feel like you should. And then I think a little bit, but we'll see this next day to see what is going on.
Speaking of next days, I think one name that everybody's been asking about, Holly Holm. You did talk about how that fight would interest you. How have you talked about it already with the UFC? Are there negotiations in place, and why would you like to fight her?
They don't call me yet, but I'm ready for. Let's see what is gonna happen. But for sure, it's a fight that I'm very interested. Holly Holm is the only fighter who is a former champion, and I didn't fight her. And that would be a very interesting fight for sure.
Do you think that maybe that's the one that getting that win against Holm would be, okay, I've done it all and I don't need to fight anymore?
Yeah, mine's gonna be my last one, and take a little break and I see what is going on in my life, what I'm gonna do next. But I'm a little bit like tired of like all those big fights in my life, that I'm very happy and proud and glad that everything happened like that. And I wanna like a little break to like have a family, you know, and focus more in Nina's career. And we'll see. We never know. Like I say those things, but you know how fighting is, you know. We never we see we get involved so much and then you wanna do it again.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm very happy right now. I'm looking for this fight against Holly for sure, and I'm ready for the call.
When you talk about little break, what exactly do you mean? Do you think, okay, I'm gonna take a year, 2 years off, and maybe get that itch again and wanna fight again? Is that what goes through your mind? You were talking about maybe playing soccer. You have those plans set up already for the next step in your life? Yeah,
I definitely wanna play soccer again. That was my first sport in my life, and I got a call for a team, and I'm interested about it. Let's see, I'm very comfortable in my life. I can do that, you know, it's no problem. Stop a little bit and then play soccer professional. I think that would be cool.
Which team called you?
I can't say, but maybe in the future.
Is it Brazilian? Is it Brazil or in the US?
I can't say.
But what about a rematch with Chris? I mean, it's a fight that she probably wants. Do you think that maybe you could do a fight with Holly and then rematch Chris? Is that in your plans at all?
That would be cool as well. I think these two girls is the only two that make sense. I'm fight again, you know. I did everything that I want, like I said. It's only these two girls make sense for me right now.
Okay, but I'm going to introduce a third girl just because we talked about it too. You did joke on Twitter about maybe going down to 125 and then maybe getting a third belt. I remember in the past you did talk about a possibility of going down to 125. Is that actually feasible? Is that something that you would even consider, trying to make the cut and then take Valentina's belt?
That would be cool as well. If they give me some time, you know, go down is hard, you know, it's not like go up. And I need to make it away first in the gym, in sparring, to see how I feel. And I want to make way for the second time against her. If they be able to do that, I'm down. I think that would be cool.
There's a lot of talk about Nina Ansaroff's fighting Tatiana Suarez next as well, maybe in the UFC events here in Brazil in May. What are your thoughts on this? First of all, is that a possibility, and what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I think this is the only fight makes sense for Nina right now, and we waiting for the call as well. I hope this is gonna happen. You know, maybe we'll see.
How special would it be for you to have the 135 and 145 and maybe 125 belts and her having the strawweight belt. You had all the belts at home.
That would be cool. We always talk about that. You know, it's not something that we don't talk about. We always say things. We always like talk to each other about things, and everything that we talk to each other happen. Like one time I wake up and then we always talk about Chris. Like, Nina, like you should fight Chris. Why you don't go up? Like why you have to like be here, like cry to make this way 135? I said like maybe one day, and then that day came and happened, and everything that we talk about happened. And I'm telling you, we've been talking about it. Nina's gonna be the champion. And listen to me, guys. Put it down.
Talking about being easier to make 145 instead of 135, do you think that this Holly Holm fight could be a featherweight instead of bantamweight?
I have to defend my belt, you know, on 135. I leave my belt a little bit. I want to go back and defend that for sure.